New introduction here. I want to get everybody's attention for what I feel will be a lucrative opportunity. It's the first ever NYSE marijuana IPO. We're making history here, and I feel this is just the first stepping stone in what is going to be the start of many IPOs on both the NASDAQ and the NYSE. I feel we're going to have a marijuana sector and marijuana ETFs in the future, and this is just step number one. If you are familiar with the industry, that's all I have to say. I know you're interested already. If this is new to you, this is going to be, in my opinion, the greatest financial opportunity in our lifetimes. This has never happened before. We have an established tens of billions dollar industry that the floodgates are going to open. It's becoming more and more legitimate legally, and this is just step number one. So Innovative Industrial Properties is the company. The ticker is IIPR. It is a real estate REIT that invests in medical marijuana facilities. And for this IPO, we have a new website, www.mjipo.com. I put together an hour of research video going through the filings, researching the company and the executives, and establishing a game plan, looking at some other IPOs and how they have traded. We're going to have a chat room with live Q&A during that day, Tuesday, November 22nd. And we'll also have the live webcam where I'll be showing our charts, going over, pointing out key support and resistance levels, looking at the volume that's coming in. I'm really looking forward to this opportunity. I hope you will join us. Thanks for tuning in. Let's get into the charts. Hello, friends. Hope you're having a good weekend looking at oil. And if you've been watching the videos over the past week or two, we've been saying could be a bear flag, could be a bear flag, and now very clearly it is a bear flag. We broke bearish on Thursday. We continued on Friday to the downside, and we're at some very critical support levels. We're looking at 43 even and 42.77. If we zoom out, we can see how important this 42.77 level is, because if that breaks, we're looking down at 41.13 and then down to 39.23. So the overall uptrend in oil will be in trouble if 42.77 breaks, and it will be in very big trouble if 39.29 were to break. So it's very important to be watching the dollar. The dollar correlation with these commodities is very strong. The dollar is very strong, and that means gold, which had a huge dump on Friday, oil, which has dumped the past 2 days, natural gas, which has had an all-out dump over the past month. All of them are seeing this weakness due to the strength in the dollar. And we can see the RSI on the daily here was at 30. Short-term bounce, that's the definition of a bear flag. Cool off the technicals before another leg to the downside. And the RSI is right back above 30 at this point. Let's check in on the weekly time frame, so we can see how important these higher lows have been on this entire uptrend that started in February. And we could lose this uptrend if 42.77 breaks. The bulls start getting really worried. And if 39.23 breaks, then it is a big turnaround, and we can be heading back down towards the low $30 range. So looking at the hourly chart on Thursday and Friday, when did we know that the bears were back in control? We had a big whipsaw reaction here back on November 8th, but once we hit that top, consolidated, maintaining these higher lows, but then we had a lower high and lower low. As soon as we broke that low of 44.92, bulls knew something was wrong, because that uptrend of higher lows had broken. And then from there, it was lower highs and lower lows. So a very clear change in that trend. Hourly chart is oversold as we head into next week. The 4-hour chart is just above oversold. Look at that dump on the 4-hour chart. The last 4 candlesticks, some big bear volume. And notably, the bear volume is standing out on this 4-hour chart. You zoom out, and even on these big green candlesticks, look at the candlestick, big upper wick of profit taking. So the vast majority of volume since back here at the end of October and the start of November clearly is belonging to the bears. And there's another one, big green volume bar, but you look at the candlestick, big upper wick of profit taking. So the bears are owning the volume, they're owning the trend, and the dollar's strength is seeing weakness across the board in all of these commodities. So we'll see what Monday brings, but the bears definitely have favor. 42.77, an important level for the short-term bulls to hold. I appreciate you watching. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you Monday.